I lived there, I was called by the black people Mrs. Henderson's California granddaughter. So I did not belong.
What did you look like? What kind of kid were you?
Well, my eyes have a slant to them. And the black kids told me that my daddy was a Chinaman. And they used to tease me. So I didn't know anything about that. So I thought they meant that he was made out of China, like a cup or a plate or something. It was a terrible thing to say to somebody unknowing. But I had no mother and father. And
wait a minute. Who was taking care of you?
My grandmother.
Your mother and father sent you to your grandmother?
Yes, that's right, from California. They had separated when I was 3. My grandmother owned the only black-owned store in the town. And she lived with her younger son, my uncle, who was crippled. And my brother and I, we lived in the store, in the back of the store.
That was really a world in itself?
It was a marvelous world in there.
Could you paint for me just a picture for a moment? Those of us from these big cities. What was it like of an afternoon or a morning? Who gathered? What was the mood of the place?
But it would depend on what season. In the summer season, the people who picked cotton would come about 4:30 in the morning, and my grandmother would get out of bed. I slept with her. My brother slept with my uncle. She would get out of bed and immediately down to the floor to pray, to thank God for letting her rise again, that her bed had not become her cooling board, that her blankets had not become her winding sheets, and she had one more chance. And I would lie in the bed while she prayed, and then I would get out of bed. I wasn't obliged to say morning prayers. Only the righteous say morning prayers. So I would get out of bed, and she'd light the lamp, and we would go into the kitchen part of the store and wash, and then go and open up the store. And the people would come in the morning in that light, which was a gray, but not gray flat, gray rich gray light.
Into this little country store?
Into the country store. And they'd come in bragging, you know, about how much cotton they were going to pick that day, and they would buy large slabs of cheese if they had money, or peanut patties, which are just the brown sugar and peanuts, which are very high, of course, in sugar, but also high in protein. And sometimes people would buy sardines and a box of crackers, and that would be for lunch, you see. In the evening, the people would come home, and the light would be different. They would be driven back to the store in flatbed trucks where everybody stood up. And all that gaiety and hope and promise of the morning, which went with the morning light, had seeped away through the day. And their shoulders were down and over like that. And they drag out of the trucks and drag across the yard. And their voices, the lightness that had been in the morning, and the teasing, which is so sweet among black people, the teasing of the morning was gone. It would just be, well...